The old highway stretched for miles through the empty desert of Nevada. As the sun dipped below the mountains, journalist Ethan Brooks checked the faded map lying on the passenger seat. One tiny dot caught his attention. Ash Hollow. According to the map, it had once been a thriving town. But strangely, modern GPS showed nothing. Curious, Ethan decided to find it. After driving for another hour, he noticed a rusty wooden sign almost hidden by weeds. Welcome to Ash Hollow. The road ahead was silent. No cars, no birds, not even the wind. As he entered the town, Ethan froze. The streets looked perfectly normal. Old houses stood neatly in rows. A school, a diner, a gas station. Everything seemed untouched. Yet, there wasn't a single person anywhere. Doors were left open. Coffee cups still sat on tables. Bicycles rested against fences. It looked as if the entire town had vanished in the middle of an ordinary day. Ethan grabbed his camera and began recording. Inside the diner, fresh-looking plates of food still sat on the tables, although they should have rotted years ago. The clock on the wall had stopped exactly at 8:17 p.m. Every other clock in town showed the same time. 8:17 p.m. He felt a chill run down his spine. At the town library, Ethan searched through old newspapers. One headline immediately caught his eye. Entire town missing. The newspaper was dated October 14, 1986. According to the article, Ash Hollow's population of nearly 900 people had disappeared without leaving a single clue. No bodies, no footprints, no signs of struggle. Federal investigators searched for months. The mystery was never solved. Ethan's heartbeat quickened. If the town disappeared 40 years ago, why did everything still look untouched? As darkness covered the streets, strange sounds echoed through the empty buildings. Soft footsteps, whispers, children laughing in the distance. Ethan spun around. Nobody. His flashlight suddenly flickered. Then, the streetlights turned on by themselves. One after another. The entire town slowly came alive. A radio inside the diner began playing an old country song. A porch swing moved gently. Somewhere nearby, a door creaked open. Ethan followed the sound. It led him to the old town hall. Inside, dust floated through the air. On the wall hung dozens of black and white photographs. Families, teachers, shop owners, children smiling. Then Ethan noticed something impossible. At the very end of the wall, a new photograph had appeared. It showed him, standing outside the building only minutes earlier. His blood turned cold. Someone, or something, was watching him. Suddenly the building shook violently. Every clock started ticking again. 8:17, 8:18, 8:19. The whispers became louder. Ethan heard hundreds of voices repeating the same sentence. Stay with us. The exits disappeared into darkness. The walls seemed to stretch endlessly. Panicking, Ethan ran through the hallway until he spotted a broken window. Without thinking, he jumped through it. He hit the ground hard and sprinted toward his truck. The engine refused to start. Behind him, shadowy figures slowly filled the streets. Men, women, children. None of them spoke. They simply watched. Their empty eyes reflected the pale moonlight. Just as they reached the truck, the engine roared to life. Ethan slammed the accelerator and raced down the highway. He never looked back. The next morning, he returned with state police. But the road was gone. The sign had vanished. There was nothing except empty desert. Officials insisted no town named Ash Hollow had ever existed. Even stranger, every photo and video Ethan recorded had disappeared. Except for one picture. It showed the empty main street. Standing in the middle of it was Ethan himself. But behind him stood hundreds of silent people. Watching, waiting, and in the corner of the photo, the town clock read, 8:17 p.m. Some mysteries are never be solved.